He's a civil engineer and a former U.S. Deputy Assistant Secretary of Transportation for Technology Policy. Oliver, you gave us some great information earlier on the trouble that you have when you don't have guardrails. You made the observation that this looked like an older structure and how problematic that was. And now these first pictures. What do you say?
Well, Harris, I'm so glad to see these pictures. Again, I want to send my condolences to the persons who've lost their lives. But you are absolutely right, Harris. These are spectacular pictures. And what it shows is this train was clearly going at a high speed of operation. But once the sudden impact of the brake starts, these trains come together like dominoes. And you have to contain the spread of the crash. And that's what we're seeing is a crash spread. And more importantly, when we didn't have the railing protection on these historic bridges, we then have the train crumbling onto the highway interstate system, which causes an intersection between the railroad and the highway system. And I think that this is really the real critical thing, that these new pictures show how transportation intersects. It's called intermodalism. And more importantly, safety is important at the intersections of these two modes of transportation. We need positive train control because that ensures train separation and collision avoidance. It ensures line speed enforcement, and that the temporary speed restrictions that are necessary for making wide turns and sharp turns. And more importantly, our train system has to slow down in some points to as small as 30 miles per hour. And that's required in order to negotiate the infrastructure itself. And this is what President Trump is calling for in that infrastructure bill, to just rehabilitate our crumbling infrastructure. And you're right, Harris. You and I were pointing out and looking to the fact that this is a historic bridge. We could see the history aspects of the bridge. And then the top pictures show only one rail line was going through that bridge. So this is only one-way path, and it had to be going at 81 miles per hour as the speed. They're trying to show how fast the high-speed rail system can be, but by world standards, 81 miles per hour is very, very slow compared to what we have in Europe. That's 325 miles per hour. That requires a whole new rail line system to be developed, and the bridges to which they go over. And they need to be protected so they don't fall over. I believe, Harris, we're seeing most of the casualties came when the cars tumbled off the bridge.
Yeah. Well, and as we have learned about the injuries, Oliver, down on Interstate 5, it's been very chilling because we were so focused in on the train. But when you talk about cars upside down and semi-trucks, just the force, the sheer magnitude of overturning one of those and making a mangled situation on the ground, it shows you the impact and power with which that train was traveling. As you say, we had one eyewitness on who would have just been going underneath this bridge had it not been for a slowdown and potentially for this happening in front of him, basically. Just describing the eerie silence. You know, everything kind of comes to a halt here. But I want to talk with you a little bit about the idea of what might have been missing here. And this is not, you called it technical speculation. What we know from city leaders here is that some of this was a critical look before they even put this train online today. There were some angry city leaders and leaders wider than the community DuPont that you see here nearby Lakewood. The mayor there very upset and on the record saying that something like this could happen. We have reached out to some people, but I know sometimes the day of, it is tough to reiterate those words, but you could bet that will be part of this conversation. And, you know, we're seeing now them on the ground. They're already, are they already doing their investigative work? Because this is part of what you know about.
Yes. They are doing their work. The National Transportation Safety Board is immediately on the ground now. They're trying to piece together the aftermath and the puzzles. But first and foremost are the first responders to be able to save lives and also to recover casualties, and also to be devoted to families. But second, right behind them is the people who are trying to really talk about the issues that you and I are talking about. What was wrong with the speed? How much communication was taking place inside the engineer? And then at the same time, what were the human factors? The second most highest problem for train derailment in the Federal Railroad Administration is human factors errors, very similar to what we see in the FAA. So those human factors errors come about, Harris, when there's not enough communication and modern communication, digital
Well,
communication.
Oliver, I know you were saying that, and forgive me for jumping in here, but you were saying that there were several lines that ran together, or just tracks, I should say, that ran together here, and you said that meant that there needed to be constant communication.
Yes, the Federal Railroad Administration and the Department of Transportation is really asking for us to get a map of the entire global positioning system of the transportation system, not only for air and car, but also for rail. Because we really need, as your previous guest says, there is a black box inside the train. We need to have communications across all of these systems because they're all intersecting, Harris. I always called for, when we were trying to track MH370, it's time to put the black box in the cloud. We sometimes need to put the black box in the cloud for trains, planes, and automobiles as we develop the brand new infrastructure.
Interesting idea. Okay, I want to just jump in here because this has just happened. Governor Jay Inslee's office, Washington State Governor, has just tweeted out, Governor Inslee has now declared a state of emergency relating to the Amtrak 501 response. Again, I want to repeat that for people who are just tuning in. It is 1:43 on the East Coast. The NTSB, National Transportation Safety Board, is due to have a 2:30 p.m. Eastern news conference regarding the catastrophe that played out on Interstate 5 as an Amtrak train went off the tracks and onto the interstate. The governor now declaring a state of emergency relating to Amtrak 501. We know that other trains along this line and nearby lines have been shut down, canceled for today. This has been a widening situation in terms of the people that it impacts. People who drive in this area have been told to stay off the roads even nearby because they have all that they have can deal with the triage situation here. They've set up a situation where they've been taking people out by transport buses, and nearby hospitals have taken upwards of 70 people in terms of patients. Some of those have been critical injuries in all of this, and then the fatalities. So this has been a major situation in terms of the accident itself, the widening effects on the traffic along this corridor, this region. And then now an even wider conversation is Oliver McGee. Thank you very much for your expertise.